Chapter 45. Lonnie. Goosebumps erupted all over her body, the sensation rippling up and down her like a rush of icy water. The air seemed to move in a circular motion around her, almost as if it were speaking to her, in hushed tones, into her ears. She turned her head from side to side, feeling like she was searching for something or someone, trying to communicate with her. Too much had happened that day, with secrets coming to light one after another, like a never-ending roller coaster of emotions. She didn't know how to take it. Chris stood with his back against the wall, his hand clasped to his mouth, unable to take his eyes away from Summer. Summer rejected him. Of course, they both knew she would if she ever found out the truth about Chris's involvement with the decree. She rubbed her throbbing forehead with her fingers, unable to digest everything. Now this woman, Yasmeen, who stood before her surrounded by the people she loved, wanted Lonnie to do the one thing Lonnie never wanted to do. How could she ask her, of all people, to end her pregnancy? Did she not know how terrible it was going to be for all involved at this late stage? Kai was glaring at her, his brows knitted together accusingly. One she was familiar with, but not seen in a while. He knew the truth. His face displayed it all. He knew Lonnie was aware of Chris's involvement in the decree, and she was going to have some heavy conversations with him to make him understand her position and why she allowed Chris into Hayden and into her bed. How the heck was she possibly going to do that? Again. She closed her eyes, not wanting to think of the past. It didn't have a place right now, in the present. But Kai wouldn't see it that way now, would he? She knew he wouldn't, and Lonnie wasn't sure he could forgive her this time. She sighed, trying to deal with what was directly in front of her, right at this moment, and start from there. Yasmeen, you don't know what is involved at this stage. I don't think you realize just how dangerous Malcolm Gobo is, Yasmeen barked back. Lonnie looked at her. She was a beautiful young woman in her late 20s, yet older than her years. Bitter. Lonnie understood how it happened. Life and loss could do that. Age you before your time. I think I do, she said, avoiding the glaring eyes of the others in the room. Don't you think we will be in more danger if I help you end your pregnancy? Yasmeen's expression fell, taken aback by Lonnie's unexpected response. Suspicions seeped into Lonnie's mind. How come she singled Lonnie out and not anyone else? Out of all the individuals at Hayden, how would Yasmeen have known that Lonnie was the one with enough expertise to end a pregnancy? I didn't think of that. Yasmeen turned, contemplating the situation and organizing her thoughts. Why me? Why are you asking me? Yasmeen turned like a deer about to be hit by a truck, completely taken off guard. Yeah, and how did you know we were here? Kai chimed, coming to stand beside Lonnie. She felt a small amount of relief come over her, seeing her baby brother come to her side, but stayed calm, not showing any emotion, because she knew she was not out of the woods with him yet. She had a lot of explanations for both him and Summer. Her heart pulled like someone was trying to yank it out. Summer. She couldn't lose her. Lonnie could not lose this girl who came charging into her sedated life and lit everything around her into exciting red and orange flames. She loved her and already loved the little one growing inside her. Lonnie wouldn't look at Summer. She couldn't just yet. If she did and saw rejection, she would crumble broken to the ground, and this time, when it happened, she would not get up. Lonnie was just going to make Summer forgive her. She had to. The girl needed her, and she needed Summer. Now that she knew the dark secret buried inside of the girl, she needed to be there for her and help her heal even more. I stumbled into Hayden, Yasmeen stuttered. Bullshit. Summer's voice was no longer laced with anger. It was subdued, quieted with the constant stream of events, like those tennis matches that shoot balls at a person, yelling out in pain the first time it hits, but after several blows with the ball, just standing there annoyed, trying to avoid what was coming next. You came here with a purpose, Kai said. Yasmeen looked frightened, trapped in the headlights. That is what she is, isn't she? Lonnie thought, watching Yasmeen. She even looked like a deer with her dark doe-like eyes, a deer trapped by hunters. Lonnie was no hunter. She was a caregiver. All her life she cared for others, learned how to help women bring life into the world, a mother figure. Without thought, she looked at Summer standing there glaring at Yasmeen. Summer had never known the love of a mother, and now she was going to be one. And Lonnie? She was once a mother, and now was not. "Just speak the truth," she uttered, clearing her mind of all the jumble, trying to take control and be seen. If you want my help, you need to be straightforward with us and cut the crap." The woman was contemplating what to say next, weighing out what exactly she should reveal. But then her shoulders slumped. "I've been watching Hayden for weeks." She turned to Chris, who stood up from leaning on the wall, his mouth open to say something. "I never saw you, Chris. I honestly didn't know you were alive." "You were spying on us?" Leah stood in the doorway, returning from checking on Adam. "Yes," Yasmeen said, matter of fact. Leah grunted, speechless. "I saw you, Lonnie," Yasmeen continued. "Discovered who you are, what you do." Lonnie pressed her lips together, feeling violated and foolish that they had been so arrogant to think they were safe, so careless with what they thought was security.
"How did you find us? How long have you been watching us?"
Guy responded. Yasmeen paused, wrestling with what to reveal next. "Weeks." She bent her head. "I have been watching for weeks." Yasmeen sighed and revealed the truth of the events that had transpired since Leah had showed up to the decree compound. She told how Malcolm drugged and raped her, and how Ben had been a part of it. She avoided Leah's eyes when she revealed just what kind of man Leah's husband was. Shocked and mortified, Leah couldn't remove the expression of empathy she had for Yasmeen, as she delivered the words Leah never wanted to hear or believe. She told of Tabitha and how she stalked her, never leaving her side, waiting for this pregnancy to be over so Yasmeen could hand the baby over to her. She told it all, except how much she still loved Ben, and how she laid with him every night, letting him have his way with her any way he wanted, both physically and emotionally. That was too hard to admit, too embarrassing to reveal. She told it all, but not that she followed Ben. She almost did. She almost told them it was Ben who led her straight to their doorsteps, that all the work they did to guard this place was not enough, not even close. It had been so easy, in fact. "I followed Leah that day," she blurted out at the end of it all. "Me?" Leah looked at Kai, stunned, unaware of what Yasmeen was talking about. "Yes, after you left the compound." Yasmeen kept going. It wasn't completely a lie, yet it wasn't completely the truth either. "After you left, I was concerned," she said, taking a moment to gather her thoughts, carefully choosing her words so she wouldn't come across as a crazed stalker following Ben. "It was what you said about Ben and the vasectomy. I couldn't get it out of my mind. Then I saw you with your son, and the next thing you know, I was keeping an eye out for you." Leah looked surprised, unsure about Yasmeen's truthfulness. "When you came here, I planned my escape from the decree," Yasmeen continued. "I waited and strategized, holding out for as long as I could bear, until I couldn't wait any longer, and now, here I am." Lonnie sensed things falling into place, though some pieces didn't quite fit the puzzle. Yasmeen was keeping things out, not telling the complete truth. "Lonnie," Yasmeen pleaded, "please, you have to help me." She clasped her hands together, bringing them trembling to her lips. "Please." Her words vibrated in Lonnie's ears. How many women had she seen at the Rayside Health Clinic, with the same desperate look in their eyes? But that wasn't her job. She didn't end life. She helped to bring it into the world. How could she be part of Yasmeen's horrible choice when it went against the very grain of her soul? Yasmeen's entire body shook uncontrollably, the body taking control over the will of the mind. The abuse this young woman experienced was something Lonnie couldn't ignore. She could not turn her back against a woman in need. That's who she was. She helped women. She straightened her shoulders, looking at the 3 other women in the room, all of them in need in different ways. Summer, still a child and pregnant, never having a family to rely on. Leah and her little boy Adam, escaping an abusive ex-husband. And Yasmeen, that husband's mistress, abused and raped. All of them with full lives ahead of them, finding their way somehow to her, Lonnie. A woman who helped women. That's exactly what she was going to do. Help them all.